Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Welcome back to Old Charles, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we have a fascinating topic for you, the 1965 United States Roosevelt Dime. Is this common coin worth a fortune? Could you have a rare dime in your pocket? Stick around to find out. Before we talk about value, let's take a quick trip back to 1965. This was a turning point for U.S. coinage. Before 1965, dimes were made of 90% silver. But due to rising silver prices and coin shortages, the U.S. Mint had to make a drastic change. They switched to a clad composition, meaning the 1965 dime was made of copper and nickel instead of silver. This change made silver dimes from previous years more valuable and created some rare. The 1965 dime features the iconic portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, designed by John R. Sinek. On the reverse, we see a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. And here's an interesting fact, 1965 dimes were minted in Philadelphia, but they don't have a mint mark. Now, the big question, how much is a 1965 dime worth? Well, it depends on its condition and any rare errors it might have. Let's break it down. If your 1965 dime is heavily used and worn, it's worth just face value, 10 cents. Since millions of these were made, most are not rare. A well-preserved, shiny 1965 dime, graded MS-65 or higher, can be worth $5 to $20 to collectors. Now, this is where things get exciting. Some 1965 dimes were accidentally struck on silver planchets meant for 1964 coins. If you have a 1965 silver dime, it could be worth $3,000 to $8,000 or more. Another rare error is the missing clad layer, where the coin appears copper-colored on one side. These can sell for $100 to $500. Wondering how to tell if your dime is silver? Here's a simple trick, grab a scale. A regular clad dime weighs about 2.27 grams, while a silver one weighs 2.5 grams. Also, check the edge. If it's solid silver with no copper streaks, you might have a rare one. So, how can you get your hands on a valuable 1965 dime? Here are some tips. Check your pocket change, ***, you never know when a rare error might show up. Visit coin shops and estate sales, ***, some old collections still contain hidden treasures. Use a coin microscope or magnifier ***, to check for errors. The 1965 Roosevelt dime represents a significant turning point in U.S. coinage history. This change was influenced by economic factors, the rising cost of silver, and an ongoing coin shortage in the early 1960s. Before 1965, dimes, 10-cent coins, in the U.S. were composed of 90% silver and 10% copper. However, by the early 1960s, the price of silver started increasing due to growing industrial demand, hoarding by collectors, and public speculation. As a result, silver coins were disappearing from circulation because people were saving them for their metal value. To address this issue, the U.S. government, under President Lyndon B. Johnson, passed the Coinage Act of 1965. This act made drastic changes to U.S. coinage. Particularly, dimes and quarters were no longer made of silver ***. Instead, they were switched to a copper-nickel clad composition. Half dollars still contained some silver, 40%, but were later fully removed from silver content in 1971 ***. The U.S. Mint stopped using mint marks for a few years, 1965 to 1967, ***, to discourage coin hoarding. The 1965 Roosevelt dime was the first to feature this new clad composition, consisting of a core of pure copper sandwiched between outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This design change was intended to make the dime more durable and prevent its intrinsic value from exceeding its face value. Despite initial skepticism, the public quickly accepted the new coinage since it visually resembled the previous silver dimes. However, some rare 1965 dimes were accidentally struck on leftover 90% silver planchets from 1964, making them highly valuable today. The 1965 dimes were primarily produced at the Philadelphia Mint and San Francisco Mint, but none of them carry a mint mark due to the temporary halt on mint marks between 1965 and 1967. Over 1.6 billion 1965 dimes were struck, making them one of the most widely produced dimes in history. The transition to clad coinage marked the end of the silver era for small U.S. coins. While silver dimes are still highly sought after by collectors, clad dimes remain in circulation today, proving the effectiveness of this change in maintaining a stable coin supply. The value of a 1965 U.S. Roosevelt dime depends largely on its condition, which is assessed through a coin grading scale known as the Sheldon scale, ranging from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. Here's how different conditions affect the coin's worth. A coin that has been used in daily transactions, showing signs of wear. Heavy wear, with most details on Roosevelt's face and hair worn down. The coin's surface is smooth, but the design is still visible. Asterisk value, 10 cents, face value only asterisk, moderate wear, but some finer details remain visible. The edges of Roosevelt's portrait and the torch on the reverse are still distinguishable. Asterisk value, 10 cents $0.25 asterisk, light wear, with most details intact. The coin has a slight loss of luster but still holds a decent look. Asterisk value, 25 cents $1 asterisk, a coin that has never been used in circulation and retains its original mint luster. A dull but uncirculated coin with some bag marks, scratches, or small contact marks. Asterisk value, $5 $10 asterisk, fewer marks, better luster, and a stronger strike compared to MS60. Asterisk value, $10 $15 asterisk, a well-struck coin with almost no visible blemishes under magnification. Asterisk value, $15 $20 asterisk, a nearly flawless, highly lustrous coin. These are rare and can fetch $100 plus. Some 1965 dimes were mistakenly struck on leftover 90% silver planchets from 1964. These weigh 2.5 grams, instead of 2.27 grams, and can sell $4,300, $8,000 or more. Some dimes were struck without their outer nickel layer, revealing a copper core on one side. These can be worth $100, $500 depending on condition.